guess what was the final 2.5 minutes of that like for you guys?
I think the biggest thing for us was just getting stops. I think looking at that game, I mean, they out-rebounded us by 20 points. 20 rebounds. So for us, we knew we needed to get stops and secure the possession. And I thought we did that. And I thought, one of my favorite plays on the stretch was when Keldon dove for that ball. Fast forward to earlier in the game when Spencer dove for that ball, on Kelly. It was one of those plays where it was a momentum, energy shift for them. They were the more aggressive team. And I thought it was great to see Keldon do that. Obviously, he's been our energy guy all season long, but that kind of encapsulated that moment for him to get that, secure that possession, Fox to get that dunk. That's kind of, seal it.
At the other end of the floor, Harrison, is there a mindset shift for you guys when you lose a couple of your key players and it's more on you, like, to be a go-to guy in the closing minutes of a game when that wasn't your role 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think, you always, anytime you go to the gym, you always just, work to be in those positions. You may not be in those positions for 30 games, right? But it's like you just always, work to just have that ready and available. And I think for us, especially, one thing we're focusing on is just trying to just move the basketball, do it as a collective, see what happens, see, who gets the shot. KJ drives, I get a wide open three. He drives again, he gets a wide open layup, right? It's just doing it as a collective and just trying to figure out ways, these different lineups of how we can win.
Mitch said that it's one of y'all's rules that you don't talk about last year, but if you think just for a second, there were a lot of nights like this when guys are missing that y'all weren't able to pull it out. Is it a sign of something building here that you're able, and maybe even a little bit of a relief looking forward that you were able to buckle down defensively and put the ball in the basket when you needed to?
Yeah, absolutely. But also, I think it's crediting our depth. Kelly stepping up lately, playing a lot more minutes. He's been great. Luke, obviously, taking on a different responsibility. He's been great. David Jones-Garcia coming in, giving us, energy, lifting minutes. Jeremy, Julian, obviously KJ. There's just a bunch of people right now who I think are doing more. And so I think it's hard to compare last year to this year. But I think this year, that's the biggest thing that we're all appreciating is just everyone's approach to being ready when their number's called.
Seems like Kelly's been making an impact the last few games as sort of a passer, playmaking hub. What are some of his strengths that make him dangerous in that role?
Oh man, we were joking today that he's going to be the second string point guard. Kelly is he has great presence on the floor. I think that's just the best way to describe it. Like, you just kind of give him the ball. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe an assist, maybe a layup, maybe a three, maybe a fake DHO. You know what I mean? It's just he just always finds a way to just make something happen at his pace, which I think is probably his most unique skill set.
There was a stretch there where there was no traditional point guard on the floor, and it was him and four wings. Does that, I guess, sort of enable you guys to run a lineup like that?
Absolutely. I think his versatility. Most centers aren't used to guarding somebody like that who's going to bring the ball up and initiate offense. So I think his ability to do that just gives us another dimension that we can go to. You never know down the season in the playoffs what lineups may be there, who may be healthy, but I think Kelly definitely gives us something different at that position.
Do you always save your best dunks for national TV?
Man, I haven't had that many dunks this season, so that came out of nowhere, honestly.
It really did? Like, you did?
It really did. Like, I didn't think I was going to get the angle to go left, and then I did, and then just kind of jumped, and I was just up there.
Mitch mentioned to me that he wasn't surprised to see you still have hops after all these years in the league.
He's got more confidence than me. It's good.
But he credited all your the treatment, post-game, pre-game, in between games. Can you talk about that and how important that is?
Yeah, I think one thing that I try to tell our guys, obviously we're in a tough stretch right now, but it's the constant daily commitment to being ready. It's not just putting up shots, and thinking that that's going to prepare you. It's the weight room. It's the time on the table before and after practices, before and after games, right? It's the sleep, it's the diet. Like, it's a full encompassing process to be able to show up every single night at 7 p.m. And I think, obviously, when you've been in the league a long time, like, it just kind of becomes, commonplace. But I think for a lot of our guys who are younger in their careers, handling, more volume, more responsibility, kind of whether you're a point guard, whether you're a center, focal point of the offense, whatever it is, it just takes time to figure out, like, what is best for you. So I think I mean, guys are feeling that process out, and they're getting better at that every single day.
He has to learn a dunk contest this All-Star break.
I did that my second year in the league. Didn't go hot for me, so I'm retired from that. Retired.
You asked about the dunker there, but did I see a sky hook in there too at one point?
Hey man, every once in a while, you throw out some things, but it felt good. It felt good. It was a good stretch. Just trying to figure out just different ways. Like I said, guys stepping up, doing different things to win, and that was just one of the shots.
You knew you had Edie coming over, right? Had to get it over him. Was that?
Well, he blocked me earlier, so I knew I had to get a little bit more height on the second one.
Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Appreciate it, guys.